Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make this really pretty Christmas ornament that you can hang on your tree. Now this is really easy. You start out with a circle and you wind up with a square. It takes about 10 minutes to make, so let's get started. Now you're going to need about 2 squares that are 9-inch square. Make sure one is light and one is dark, and then bring them front sides together. I'm using a bowl that's 7.5 inches in diameter, so I would try to use a bowl or a lid somewhere between 7 and 8 inches in diameter. And then either with a pencil or a fabric marker, trace around your bowl. Then take scissors and cut on the drawn lines. Keep your fabrics front sides together and then pin around the edges. You're going to leave an opening about 2 inches. It doesn't need to be very large. So you're going to stitch 1/4 inch seam all the way around, and I'm going to start here, go around, and where I have these 2 pins, I'm going to stop stitching. Make sure you backstitch on each side of your opening. When you're stitching around circles, you want to go a little slower. This way you'll have a nice even seam. So I'm going to go ahead and just begin stitching around it. Now remember, backstitch at the beginning and other side of the opening. Now, using a small pair of scissors, you want to go around your seam and cut little slits like this. Now make sure you don't cut through your stitch line. I don't recommend you cut the little slits around the opening because you need to make sure they're not cut too deep. Now turn it front side out. Take something like a chopstick and reach inside and push against your seam to smooth that seam out. You want to do it all the way around. Then, after you've smoothed it out, then go to your ironing board and press this flat, and while you're there at the ironing board, turn your edges in 1/4 inch and press those, and then place pins across. Then stitch around the edge. So you want to stitch about 1/8 inch from your outside edge all the way around. Fold the circle in half, and then at the folded ends right here, place a pin so you know where the center is. Open it up and bring the pins together. Using a needle and thread, you're going to insert the needle where those 2 pins are and just go around a couple of times to hold these 2 edges together. Now on these other 2 folded edges, place a straight pin again to mark that folded edge. Then bring those 2 edges together that have the pin in it, like this. And I still have my needle and thread on that other edge that I stitched together. I didn't remove it. And now stitch these two edges together by inserting the needle right in there where those pins are. Now you have 4 corners that look like this. Take each of the corners and fold them over like that. Go to all 4 and do that. And then after you folded the corners, just make sure that the corners are flat like this on the back. And then of course this is what it looks like on the front. Now to complete it, you either need to put a button in here or some other little jewel ornament. For example, here's a button, and then I have another button here also. You can use these little Christmas buttons, but the problem with these though is they have this little piece on the back that if you want it to lay flat, you're going to have to find something to clip that off. So I decided, as much as I liked these, I'm going to use some jewels. So here's an example of some jewels that you can use, and you can get star shapes, just little circles. There's all kinds of shapes that you can put in there. So I think I'm going to put this in the center, and I'll show you how I'm going to get it on. And then for the back, I'm going to put this on the back, I should say. This is so that you can hang it on the branches of your tree. Here is the product that I am using. It's by Simplicity, and it's this gold, I don't know what you would call this stuff. I got it at Joann Fabrics and Crafts, and it's 1/16 of an inch in diameter. Now, it's very hard to sew something like this on, so you can either use craft glue or you can use a hot glue gun. I'm going to use a hot glue gun. I'm using a low temperature glue gun that I bought from Joann Fabrics and Crafts. So you put your glue in, and it takes about a minute or so for it to heat up. And you're just going to put a big glob of it right there in the center. And then take whatever ornament or button you're going to use, and then just squish it down like that. And it dries very, very quickly. To put the hanging loop on it, I'm going to turn it over to the back, and I'm going to just put a blob of glue in the corner there, and then take my gold trim that's here, fold it in half, and then press it right in to the glue. I hope you enjoyed this video. For other Christmas ornaments, check below your YouTube screen for those video links. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thanks for watching, and happy sewing! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, would you please click on the thumbs up button, and don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. And don't forget to click on the bell and enter your email address so you'll receive email notifications about my latest video. I'm Cheryl, and this is Manny. See you next time, and happy sewing!